Hi, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to the How to Work Around Collective. Guess what? This is your June reading. Hasn't it been an amazing May? So we started our May with a big full moon, and then we ended our May with a big full moon. And it's been a wild month, and June is going to be pretty cool too. So we're going to read for you, Capricorn. The God Angels universe, all that there is. What do we want to know for Capricorn? And this reading is going to be for the areas of love, health, and wealth. We're going to investigate all of them and see what's going on and what Spirit has to say for you. Love, health, and wealth. You're getting like the tired version of me, Capricorn. I was like, this morning, I was like, when I started, but I don't know. I just kind of go with like which signs I'm drawn to first, and then you're in my last four the day. All right. So you're getting a chill version of me, a little bit more tired version of me. We got some love cards coming out. Okay. Something in the area of love is not so new anymore. So maybe there's a relationship that's evolving, and I see you putting in the work. So evolving and putting in the work. And I see that it's not so new anymore, and that feels like a good thing. Though, let me see. Let's get one more card. You putting in the work. Y'all are putting in the work. So maybe this is a romantic love. It could be other types of love. It could be a familial love or a friendship where it's grown over time and it's going well because you guys are working on things. You guys are working things out. When there's arguments, you're talking about it, you're fixing it. Um, you're looking at yourself, they're looking at themselves. Like this is going good. And it feels like it's like almost like a surpassing energy. Oopsie. I pulled it and then it fell. It's like a surpassing energy of like surpassing like a threshold or something that you haven't passed before. Okay. And know that balance and happiness is coming from this. So good work. Digital high five. Okay. Why is my Apple Watch on backwards? What is this? What's happening here? That's not right. We're not doing that. That's weird. Okay. The balance and happiness is coming to your life from this because you have surpassed. So there's some kind of like place, like connection place that like you haven't really went beyond that point before. And this is like you have realized that you've made it maybe farther in a relationship. Maybe you've had problems like not having long-term relationships or something like that. And you've made it past a certain point that's like an indicator, like a flag went up and you were like, I made it past this point, whatever you want to name it. Normally at this point I would bail. Normally at this point I would uh have to be right and rather break up than be wrong. Or maybe at this point I would rather um just separate than have to, have a conflict. I don't know. Okay, so we're moving over into the area of health now. And the first thing that came out was the star for you, which is like overflow of source energy, like this never ending pool of water that you can just continuously get from, and it never runs out. And in the star card, the figure here, if you can see, like gets the water and then like pouring it out into the world. So I want you to think about health in that manner, that where there is there is an abundance of health for you. So what I feel like is that this is how God wants you to view health, that there is a unlimited source and pool of health energy that you can pull from at any given time, enough for you and enough to pour out into the world. So not only are we pulling this health energy, right? This healing energy, let's call it that, healing energy from source into ourselves. There's so much, it's so limitless that you can let it spew out of your own auric field into all of those around you. Okay, so if you've been concerned about health, let's switch our mindset into this. There's so much health that there's enough for me and everyone else. There's so much health that there's enough for me and everyone else. And I want you to start envisioning that health energy pouring into your body and pouring out around you and streaming into everybody that you know, streaming it, pouring just so much, it's limitless, streaming into your body and then pouring out into everybody around you, pouring out into all the people you don't know, pouring out across the city that you live in, across your state, across your country, across the world, and wrap the world in healing energy. That's how much healing energy there is. There is no end to it. It is limitless. Okay. So let's switch our perspective to this. Okay. Because when we do, sorry, I got distracted. Because when we do, then we live in an abundance mindset. And we're going to talk about wealth here in just a few, but abundance mindset can apply to the health, it can apply to the love. So I see that we're doing this work to transcend some barriers that you used to have around love and relationships, right? There was more, right? You got to a certain spot and then there was more than that. It didn't end where it had to end before. So, same with health. There's somewhere that you cap off in your thinking about health, like, oh, I can only get this well. And I'm hearing a ringing in my ear as a confirmation, but I can only get this well. I can only feel this kind of good. But I can only restore back to this amount. And like I'm just hearing you expand your mind around that. That is what June is all about for you, is transcending the barriers, breaking through the glass ceilings of where you've put limitations on yourself in love, health, and wealth. You have put yourself in places where there is a lid on how much you think you can have in all of these areas. But we need to get more into a limitless mindset. Anything else around health? Anything else around health? Anything else around health? No. Mm-mm. Okay, hang on. Okay. Another thing that's super interesting is how many pauses. So I record on Zoom and I that way I can like emergency use my pause button if I need to. But there's been so many distractions just during yours, Capricorn. And this has not happened with my others. And there's been so many with over and over and over and over again, something pulling my attention away. So I wonder if that's not something that you're dealing with yourself that is a reflection, because I'm seeing something pulling my energy, everything, that's something coming up and up and up and up and up and pulling my energy away from things every single time. So, and then me having to take these breaks to kind of regroup and gather myself. And that has not happened with any of my other readings all day. Um, so pulling your energy away. And then it happened specifically, it was love was cool. Like we got love, but then like when it came to health and when it came to wealth, that's where the energy got really scattered. So, but with your health or with your wealth, we did get the wheel of fortune. So that's bomb. Like that means that, limitless possibilities. There's no limit. Anything that you desire, you can have in wealth. So I'm seeing this happening in phases for you throughout June. um, this is where you're at already with love that's kind of anchored in, and this kind of started this ripple effect that was like you transcending limitation around and going beyond a threshold that you haven't um, in the past surpassed. And then that's going to happen. And I think maybe that's why we're only showing up with like one card in each area, is that you're going to be doing so much expanding. And so there again was another distraction. And it's like, as soon as I start tapping into that super expansive, limitless thinking, something pulls me away from it. So be conscious, be conscientious, be aware. This June is all about you expanding beyond limitations, breaking through glass ceilings, and there will be things that will be there to distract you and that try to pull you back into a limited way of thinking. But do not let that win continue anyway. Please focus anyway. A meditation practice, I feel like, is your challenge for June. If you don't have one already, start one. You need really conscious time right now, Capricorn, to spend with yourself and with the divine to work on these limitless energies, anchoring in these limitless energies that want to come in for you. Okay. And now we're going to pull in a How to Wear a Crown Divine guidance card from my deck. All of the themes from the, where's my book? Where'd it go? Oh. All of the themes from these cards come from my book, How to Wear a Crown, a Practical Guide to Knowing Your Worth. It's available on Amazon. So grab you a copy if you like what we got going on here, if you like the themes in these cards, if you like my vibe and you like this tribe and you like the rhyme, then you'll like my book. No, it doesn't rhyme in there, I don't think. I do say the F word a few times. I don't think there's any rhyming though. All right. But it did write it out of my own um, capacity, and I didn't use AI. It was like before AI. So I don't know if that matters to you or not. I didn't say that in any of the other readings. So it must matter to you, Capricorn. All right, where is your How to Wear a Crown Divine guidance card? Let's get this reading. There, we're going to take that guy. The law of attraction. We attract what we believe we deserve. So if you believe you deserve limitlessness, guess what you're going to get? Limitlessness. If you believe you deserve a limitless abundance of love, guess what you're going to get? Limitless abundance of love. If you think that you believe that you deserve an overpouring, outflowing, limitless well of health energy, guess what you're going to get? Overflowing, limitless well of health energy. If you think you deserve all the wealth in the world, guess what you're going to get? All the wealth in the world. So, law of attraction, we attract what we believe we deserve. So, stay anchored. And maybe that's the part that is where you were getting distracted, or where that energy is getting disrupted is Like, I don't deserve that. That's too much. I don't deserve that. And then we come back. Oh, that's too much. I don't deserve that. But when you hit that wall where you feel undeserving, ask yourself why and where did that come from? And if you want to do the best work around it, my book is what that this is what that teaches is worth, how to have a the most secure, anchored sense of self-worth where nothing can stop you, right, from achieving your dreams. So also, if you've noticed, I'm wearing a worthy and beautiful sweatshirt, not because I'm crazy and wear sweatshirts in summer, but because I'm doing these readings in my basement and it's cold down here. But it is summer and we have tank tops and we have tees in the How to Work Around merch collection. So what I'm doing with all of you guys is we're getting tanks and we're getting tees. So you can check out the merch in the description box below. There's a link for that. There's a link for the book. There's a link for if you want to do a free 15-minute session with me, you absolutely can. And we can talk about what your journey will look like if you would like to work with me one-on-one. You can also do my self-guided program, my signature program that goes along with the How to Wear a Crown. It's How to Wear a Crown, Uplevel Your Life in Love, Health, and Wealth. Additionally, there's links to literally everything else that you could possibly want to do in my world. And if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Okay. Join the club. And then, YouTube will show you next time I make videos, my face will pop up on your feed and makes it easier. Um, what else do I want to tell you? Yeah, just check the description box or anything you might be wondering about. Also, there's three things that I want every single person to know that comes into my world, that comes into my realm before they leave. And it's that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are full of potential. So say it with me, Capricorn. I am worthy, I am powerful, and I am full of potential. Yes, you are. I love you. Have an amazing June. Have a limitless June. Okay. And I think that you will. I believe that you will. I believe it with you until you can believe it for yourself. Mwah. Love you. Bye.